Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. It's episode number 18. Had a long ass day. I was doing a little gardening, cleaning up the back, revitalizing the neighborhood a little bit. I want to make the old time brick show. They had a lot of masonry work done, like cobblestone and stuff like that in the city. And I want to let the brick show again in the back of the house. I'm cleaning the back of the crib, trying to make the brick show, trying to clean all that dirt, it's a bunch of dirt, roots, stuff like that, over top of the original brick that was laid years ago. So what I'm doing is, just cleaning that up. So I'm just laying down, resting from a hard day's work. And just really reflecting on everything of the day. All the things I've looked into, all the knowledge I've gained. Yesterday actually, I learned a new word. I knew it before, but you know how you'll rediscover a word. The word is clairvoyance. Deep word, clairvoyance. And, it's tied to our the spiritual and the mental aspect of us heavily. This word clairvoyance. It's just a deep, insightful thing that when you realize that you have this clairvoyance. It's another thing too. It's called tetrachromatic. It's when you see a whole different color spectrum. Clairvoyance is like when you can when you have certain visions clearly. You have certain sights like deja vu, or sometimes you might just feel for somebody that may be far away. You might have a clearer, it's a clearer look into the soul instead of the person that you're perceiving. That's a part of clairvoyance. Certain clairvoyant people believe that they can actually communicate with their ancestors and things of this nature, and able to predict certain things before it happened. Tetrachromatic people, they have a whole different light spectrum that they can see. Their eyes pick up a different light spectrum. Mostly tetrachromatic people can see when things enter the atmosphere that isn't normally there. Like, let's say an entity, because we walk in multiple realms at one time, whether you believe it or not. We walk in multiple realms at one time. So tetrachromatic people can see, it's like a outline, if you will, of, it's like a rainbow outline of whatever figure it is, a very, very thin rainbow outline, but you would have to have tetrachromatic vision in order to see that type of light spectrum around something from another realm that's actually walking among you. You know what I mean? They can see spiritual entities and things like this. I don't believe in ghosts. Spiritual entities are, just that, a spirit that's, in limbo and lingering. Maybe they recently, passed, or maybe they, been passed or whatever, but sometimes they just linger for a moment. You never know. Sometimes they linger for a long time. I don't know, because I'm not in that realm. I'm in this realm, speaking on that realm. We got to really be in tune with our trinity of ourself, and understand that there is a duality to the trinity that is taking place within us. Walking in two realms at one time and understanding that, you got to understand that things that we pick up here physically, mentally, and spiritually, they transfer with us on the software side of things, mentally, physically, and spiritually as well. Spiritually, the things that you attach to, they transfer with you. Your love ties, your soul ties, and these things. your mental, your mind, the things that you believe, your sense of humor, the person you are. That's also the memories that you have, the things you remember, the things you go through, the lessons you've learned in life, your trials and tribulations. That is all transferred to in the mind. The mind part transfers that to your next destination, I guess. It's not like you're going to get all the memories back, but you'll have sort of a muscle memory. You ever did something for the first time and you was wondering, damn, how the hell am I so good at this? I never did this before. That's what that is. That's muscle memory. It's muscle memory for somebody who never did it. That's because your soul, the mind that you have, the muscle memory that you retain is because your soul, your mind, that did it before. Your soul, your mind has been in that situation before. This is how we start to remember things. If you really go into meditation while you're doing a thing, you can really almost remember, try to get flashes or glimpses of an ancestor that probably been in the same type of work that you've been in. And you got to realize that, we've lived many lives before. I've heard a saying, well, actually it says it in the Bible, it's not a saying, that we lived for thousands of years once upon a time. Actually, technically, when you want to break that down, we still live for thousands and thousands of years. These vessels don't. The vessel don't last thousands and thousands of years. You'll be lucky if you get 100 years out of this vessel. I mean, you'll be damn lucky, fortunate if you get to see 100 years on this earth. But your soul, your mind, and those muscle memories and the things that you retain from living this life continues on, because the soul and the mind never dies. The brain dies, the body dies, but the soul and the mind never dies. So you get to take these things with you. And that means that life is just more, life is way more than just a finite moment in time. This life is a moment for you to gain a new experience for your soul, for your mind, to transfer to the next time. A lot of us treat our lives as if it's like YOLO. You only live one life. I remember that saying, YOLO, you only live one life. I mean, if you want to go there, if you want to say that, that's a crock of shit. To be honest with you, the more time that we waste here not using what God gave us to navigate this earth, this testing ground, what it is, we negate time that it's going to take. We take time away from us really reaching another higher level of life, a higher level of thinking, a higher level of being. You know what I mean? You got to live and let love, man. And my personal belief, I believe that love is the greatest thing, is the greatest energy on earth. Love, positivity, strong will, you know what I mean? And just, negativity right here is running rampant in this world, man. It's just everywhere you turn, it's just the negativity thing is, it's heavy out here, man. You got people killing each other over dumb shit. You got people hurting each other over dumb shit. You got people doing shit to each other over just dumb shit. And to be honest with you, man, people is tired of it. People is really fucking tired of it. People is tired of losing their loved ones out here, man. People is tired of it. We got to really focus on ourselves. It's too much building to be done with ourselves, within our personal self, within our personal circle, our family life. You know what I mean? It's too much things to be done to be worried about somebody else. You know what I mean? If you don't got it, go out and get it. And don't take it from the next man, because that don't count. That don't fucking count. If you took something from the next man, that shit don't count. If he didn't give it to you out the kindness of his heart, you know what I mean? Because he's seen you striving or trying to do something with yourself, You know what I mean? If he didn't, you know what I mean, give it to you just because he, you know what I mean, wanted to or whatever, or she wanted to give you something or do something for you, you're a piece of shit if you took something from me. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? One thing about it, you know, I could say that I never really fucked nobody over in my life. In my adult life. And you know, when you're a child, you do childish things. Yeah, I did some childish shit in my life. You know, you fuck people over, you whatever. You know what I mean? It's little funny games with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got You know what I mean? Whatever. But in my adult life, I never fucked nobody over. I got a saying that I always say, if you can't trust me, you can't trust no fucking body. You know what I mean? We talk about these things, but it's like the very people around us that talk that shit to us all the time is the very ones that stab us in our fucking back and backbite us the most. That's why I don't fuck with nobody now. To be honest with you, I don't fuck with nobody. You know, I could count my best friends on my fucking hand. You know, and I could subtract the finger from that. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with many people. And the people that I do fuck with, they know it's all love. Because I fuck with everybody in the world. But on a personal level, personal circle level, very tight. Because you can't trust nobody nowadays. You tell somebody an idea, intellectual thing, or anything, they either want to steal it, shun it, put it down, or hurt you with it. You know what I mean? And it's sad that it got to be that way, man. You know, nowadays you got to keep everything so tightly guarded and so tight-lipped about everything. You know, because you never know where the attack is coming from nowadays. You never know where the fuck it's coming from. I'm the most decent man out here. You know what I mean? I'm one of the most decent people out here. But it's some shit that somebody could say about me, or some shit that somebody could look back about me and try to hurt me with. I don't give a fuck, though. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? I stand up for who I stand up for. Even if I stand up for you, if I think you're wrong, I might still stand up for you. I'm going to still stand up for you. But at the same time, I'm going to let you know you're fucking wrong. I'm going to try to make sure everything come to head for you and make sure, you know, everything turn out right. But at the same time, if you're wrong, you're wrong. You know what I mean? It's not even about wrong, right. It's about appropriate, inappropriate. Just try to make your moves appropriate. Even if you got to do something wrong, make sure you do it for appropriate reason. If you got to do some real fucked up shit, make sure you did it for the right reason. Because if you didn't, you got to pay that consequence and live with that shit. All the memories and all the shit you do when you fuck somebody over, or you take somebody's life, or you hurt somebody real bad, and you a young nigga out here, understand that one day your mind is going to open up. You're going to come to a new level of thinking, a new level of mentality. Your subconscious is going to crack open like a fucking egg. And all that fucking yolk is going to come oozing out. And you got to remember that shit. You got to live with the memories. You got to live with that pain that you caused somebody else. You got to live with what you call somebody else one day in life. Remember that, because a lot of niggas in general ain't really woke up to the fact that all the shit that you do come back to bite you in your fucking ass, man. All the pain that you cause somebody is going to come bite you back in the ass. And really, the pain you do outwardly to other people is all reflecting back to you at one point. Because those memories you hold in your mind, and I mean, they play on your mind heavy. And when they do, you better hope you could get through that. You know what I mean? You better hope you gotta pray about shit like that. A lot of these men that's in the churches, that's in the religious and things, you know why they in the religion and things like that? Because they can't live with the memories of the things that they did in the past. So they got to get closer to God on some level, on a physical level. Because spiritually they're hurt, they're in bondage, they're hurt. because of things they did in the past or things that been done to them in the past. A lot of men run to religion. A lot of men run to drugs because they can't deal with those memories. They can't deal with the murmurs of these memories of what they've been through or what they put somebody through. So they go get so fucking high to the point where they either kill themselves or they fuck up their memory permanently in a vegetative state, walking around zombie-like. And that's the truth of it, man. The only way we can stop this shit and stop this vicious cycle is stop hurting each other. Let live. Let love and let live. You know what I mean? It's like everybody has that freedom to live. Everybody has that freedom to shine and express themselves. Let people express themselves freely, man. Stop imposing your thoughts and your feelings on another person's freedom of expression. Freedom of living. Their way of life. Live and let live. You know? When you increase your personal progress in your own life, you stop worrying about other people's life and what they got going on. And you start building something, and you start seeing something, and you start understanding that what you're supposed to be building is a legacy. A lot of us think too selfishly. We think too fucking selfishly. Everything that you amass in this lifetime, you cannot take with you. The only things that you can take with you is your soul, and that's not even yours. When that's on another level, your soul not even yours. That belongs to God. So even if you think you could sell your soul to the devil, guess again. You just sold yourself out, pimping. Because your soul don't even belong to you. You can't even claim your soul, because that belongs to the Creator. Your mind, guess what? Those memories that you created, yeah, those memories, those experiences are yours. Those lessons are yours. But those lessons and those memories, you still can't claim those, because guess where they came from? The Creator. So just be happy you here, live and let live. Mind your fucking business. And stop impeding on people's progress. And remember, you increase the peace when you increase your progress. When you stop worrying about another man's progress and what's in his fucking pocket, like the Capital One commercial, what's in your wallet? None of your fucking business what's in his wallet. You ain't put it there. To be honest with you, if you ain't put a nickel in a nigga pocket, what the fuck you worrying about what he got for? You ain't put a nickel in that nigga pocket. Stop watching him before you get hit with a pocket rocket. Seriously, stop playing with niggas out here, cause y'all touching people and taking people off of this planet, off of this earth, off of this plane that don't deserve it. Y'all taking people out of here that don't deserve it, who got families and loved ones, who had a path to blaze, who had memories to make, who had stories to write, and shit to tell about. That's the thing, people are not intellectual enough to connect with each other on a human level. All the young guys, they want to be savages and all this other extra tough bullshit when it really don't amount to nothing. Because to be honest, when you go out here and you do something to somebody's loved ones, somebody could easily come across and do the same shit to yours. Plain and simple. I'm the nicest nigga in the world, but if you touch mine, nigga, I'm ready to destroy the fucking world. Yurosaki out this bitch. You know what I mean? You can really take it there. Everybody got a Foot Locker full of bombs and shit. Everybody got a Foot Locker full of ammunition and guns and shit. Everybody got hands to put them in. You know what I mean? To be honest, we got to stop this bullshit. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. When you go outside, when you walk out your fucking house, and you walk in the middle of the street and you look around at all them other houses around you, when shit really go down, them the only people you really could rely on is your fucking neighbors. Is the people in your immediate neighborhood. So stop making enemies with the people in your immediate neighborhood and start at least making people's acquaintance. At least start trying to make it better. At least people show people that you're doing positivity in the neighborhood. Speak to your fucking neighbors. Treat each other neighborly for once in a fucking while. This is the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. Let's start making it that way. On a real fucking level. On a conscious level. On a subconscious level. Stop thinking negative about each other. How about that? Stop thinking negative and start thinking positive. Start floating positivity around this motherfucker more often. Seriously. Because otherwise this city is going to hell in the handbag, man. Not just this one, but all the other municipalities and cities and organizations around this bitch. We got to stop this shit. Because if something is coming here from abroad or from up top or from underneath or whatever comes, we going to need each other. We going to have to be unified in each other. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? We got to be unified in each other. We got to be one with each other. Because at the end of the day, that's all we got. You know what I mean? I don't even tell people. It's a quick one, right? I'm going to give you a quick one. I don't even tell people where I live at, what I do for real. I'm not out here on no braggy, boasty shit about what I do. I just do my shit and I'm low-key, very low-key about what I do. I'm modest. I'm a humble guy. You know what I mean? It's not about trying to, outdo anybody or outshine anybody. I'm just trying to do my own thing. I'm just a creator. Any way I could create, that's how I'm gonna create. If I could take a fucking building, bust that bitch down, and do something with it, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna create something out of that. If I could take my voice and put that on over top of a beat and figure out how to produce a song, I'm gonna do that. That's why I put this music out. If I could figure out how to put my words to paper and write a book and publish that, I'm gonna become a publisher and an author. Okay? If you put a camera in front of my face, I might be a comedian, I might be a fucking whatever. I don't know. I'm a game streamer, a fucking reviewer, because I like a lot of shit. I love electronics. To be honest with you, I wish I would have been into this type of shit, but I'm more so of an introvert that can be an extrovert. So I'm more inward, and I don't really let people into my life because I'm really a private person. But nowadays, people pry into your life so much that I just decided to not be such a private person. Because me being a private person makes people think that I'm the nutty fucking guy with a bunch of guns who does reviews and all types of shit and just stay to himself. Not realizing that this man that you see today is this man that you see today because he's been through so much with so many people in his life trying to fuck him over. In so many ways, I've helped and nourished people and try to cultivate relationships with so many people everywhere I go. And I have did that. Within this city, I'm just Fat Daddy. I'm Mark. I'm whoever. You know what I mean? I'm whoever. I'm Hamza. I'm this guy. I'm the nicest guy you want to know. But in other places, I'm somebody different. I'm the same person, just somewhere different. I receive different type of love from everywhere I go. And I make these connections. And I don't cross wires. I don't cross who I know in Philadelphia with somebody that I know in Texas. I don't cross wires with somebody I know in New England with somebody that I know in New York. I don't do that type of stuff. I keep everything state general. That's what you have to do. Because you never know when you have to band up with everybody. You got to keep it loose and keep it tight at the same time, like a fucking rubber band. You got to be wiry. That's the Irish say. You got to be wiry. I got guys in Maryland that fucking love me. I got people all over the place that fucking love me. And I appreciate the love and I love them too. If you're somebody listening to this and you have that genuine love for people and love everybody. I hope you can feel the love through this podcast, because I want to let you know that I love you, and we need to experience and extend more love to one another. The key is you don't want to die with hatred in your heart for anybody. And I know that's a hard thing to do, because there's going to be a lot of people that fuck you over and do unforgivable shit to you and your loved ones within your life. I'm not saying that you can't do something appropriate back to a person. It's hard to want to hurt somebody and not hate them, isn't it? But that's what you got to be able to do. Because sometimes we run across situations where we might have to defend our lives or our loved ones' lives. And it's not the fact that you hate this motherfucker that you got to do something to. It's the fact that you love the person that you got to defend, or you love your own life so much that you have to take the appropriate actions to make sure that no harm comes to that life. So that's why you would have to take a life. In my opinion, that's the only reason you had to take a life. Any other reason, if somebody coming to your property, that's one thing. But us out here just doing dumb shit, I have kids, I have children, all of us, mostly everybody of a certain age have children. It's sad to say that even some of us, some of our children have children as young as 16, 17, 18, 15. Sometimes they having kids nowadays. Go fucking figure, right? But the whole thing is, man, we have these kids, man, and we have to raise them the best way we can. We go through things in life. At least show some type of interest in them. That way they won't grow up thinking that they're savages. Talk to your children on a real level. Stop raising beasts. Stop raising men who aren't really men. They're monsters. Seriously. Some of us out here are having these children, man, and they're fucking monsters. We're not supposed to be raising monsters, man. We're supposed to be raising intellectuals. There's a new way of life, a new way of living out here, man. You don't have to be the baddest fucking guy out here on the block. You don't have to be, if you want to be that way, you be that way. It's personal preference. But at the same time, just respect everybody and how they choose to live their life. For real. Because a lot of people is fucking with the wrong people. And I say that because I feel like something is brewing right now. And it's a lot of that, how I always say you got to fight strong negative energy with strong positive energy, because, that's the thing. When you exude strong positive energy, you got to expect strong negative energy, a strong negative pushback, right? Sometimes, right? So whenever you exude this strong positive energy, you're going to have a lot of negative pushback, man, in the worst fucking ways. We got to sometimes stop ourselves from being so negative, and it starts in our subconscious. Younger guys, please take the time to meditate. Do something with your stuff. Stop listening to so much fucking negative rap, because you are what you consume. When you consume negativity, you do negative shit. You find yourself thinking negative thoughts. Subconsciously, you're thinking negative thoughts. It's because you're consuming negativity through your eyes, through your ears, through your mouth, in your heart, with your soul. You're feeling negativity. This is why you go through what you go through. This is why you say and do the things you do. This is why you choose to hurt people that don't need to be fucking hurt. People who don't deserve to be hurt. doing demonic shit. You're hurting kids, hurting babies, and hurting older people. You know what I mean? This shit gotta stop, man. This shit gotta stop. You gotta raise the level of your consciousness, your subconsciousness, your soul. You gotta raise the level of how you think, man. Seriously, we need it. We need positivity, more positive shit, man. We gotta start progressing in our own personal lives. This way we can increase the peace. Because if you worried about yourself, you in your own lane and you blazing your own trail, you ain't worried about another nigga's lane. You ain't worried about switching lane. You ain't trying to step on nobody's shoes. Like, no, you ain't doing that. We gotta bring the old school rules back, man. Seriously, in the old days, man, we all supported each other. Our grandparents supported each other. How you think all of us got these houses and amassed these shit and everybody's coming in? You know how we losing it? Because the younger niggas really didn't appreciate, the younger niggas who was the old heads now really didn't appreciate what our grandparents and what our great-grandparents put together for them. So they get strung out on the drugs and they having fun and they partying and shit, getting too involved in that, when they really didn't appreciate the work that it took to put together that type of shit, to get that crib or to hold the block together. So now everybody losing everything. Y'all gotta wake the fuck up out here, man. You gotta wake the fuck up or somebody gonna put you to sleep. And we'll be back after word from me. Sponsor, nigga. Hey, real quick, guys. This is Mr. Pagan here. Just want to let y'all know that I have books available on Amazon, Kindle, bookstores on your phones. I got 2 great titles available and a 3rd one coming soon. My philosophy is, if you got a smartphone or a smart device, you already got my book in your hands. It's free for download if you got Kindle Unlimited, and it's $5 otherwise. For One Leap of Faith, it's $5, and for my book Morals and Values, it's $5.25. Both of them are packed with insightful information on morals and values, and One Leap of Faith is to push you to get on your grind for your goals. You know what I mean? 2 powerful books. I got a thriller coming up called Moonlit Marshes with a character. The protagonist is Marshall Cuts, and he's trying to get his way. He's trying to find his way out of Louisiana without getting himself hurt or killed or something. It's a great suspenseful book. Please check it out. It's going to be on Amazon Kindle store. Remember, both these books are available for free. One Leap of Faith and Morals and Value. You got Kindle Unlimited. They're available for free. And also, don't forget to check out my game stream on YouTube, Gaming, Vaping, Guns. And on Twitch, I'm GVG215. All right? And also, my music streams on all streaming platforms. Whether you got Apple, it's there. Whether you got Tidal, guess what? It's there. You listen on Spotify? Yeah, I'm on Spotify. This podcast is actually on Spotify, also the music. So yeah, we well-rounded. Everything that I'm doing is complementing each other. So please, support the movement, support my brand, support the positive energy that I'm putting out there. And you guys, be blessed. May peace be with you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of God Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. This is episode number 19. Chilling today. Parting that fucking burp off rip. Let me remind you, God's Concept is a down-to-earth type of podcast. Wow, I didn't expect that, but I'm gonna leave it right there. Yeah, just in case, you know what I mean? Because this is the 19th episode, and I just want to expound on what this podcast is all about. It's about me giving you my concept, how I perceive things. I don't think I'm God in any way, but I understand that we all connected to God. We're all connected to each other, and in that essence, I'm giving you my concept on things. I'm giving you a concept that I see from being connected to all of you and being a lover of life, an observer of life, and just, you know, a point of view on things that may be different, things that, you know, get you to think, things that I think of, you know, and it's important for us to really have an objective opinion or an objective point of view on things at all times. That is the duality of a concept. That's what I talk about a lot on here. Talk about the duality of a concept. Everything has a concept, and every concept has a duality to it. I'll also expound upon our Trinity, the Trinity, our own personal Trinity, our soul, our mental, and our physical. That's our personal Trinity, and each aspect of our personal Trinity, the soul, the mind, and the physical, has a duality to it. Okay? The software and the hardware aspect, if you will. You know, some things we retain while we're here. You know, we get older and older with this information and this knowledge that we have. And, you know, sometimes it's overwhelming. That's why a lot of older people, they start to get dementia and things like that. The older you get, you'll understand why they get dementia. Because you start to add up things in your own life, you know, on a mental level. You know, you start to add up things, and sometimes things just don't add up, or things might just so happen to add up. You know, some of us ask the Creator. That's another thing. I don't call what you call God. I call it the Creator, the great id. I call the Creator, because the Creator created us, and we are creations of the Creator. And if we are mimicking our Creator, we're put here to create. So this is just me creating something, to expound on something. A thought-provoking conversation, intellectual conversation. Yeah, that's what it's about, man. So I'm making me some tea right now, and I'm just expounding on these things, and man, it's so vast that these memories that we have, you know, we keep them with us. And at a certain point, you get to understand that everything in your life is connected. Everything. And sometimes you can see those roads where you have veered, and you can see the characters in your life. You can see how the whole story plays out. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like the duality of a thing is, in an alternate universe, could you be somebody different? Would you be somebody different? You know what I mean? Here, we're living our life. We're everyday people. We're doing our thing. We're here, you know, transferring information, transferring vibes, transferring love, transferring feelings for each other, and gaining all these memories and all these experiences and all these life lessons and everything. What do we do with them at the end of the fucking day? Is my point. What do we do with them? What do we do with all these experiences and things that we gain on a mental level, on a spiritual level, and on a physical level? What do we do with all these fucking things? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. Now, I'm gonna sit my mic down for a second, you know, because I like to walk around when I do my podcast. I mean, I'm be honest. Sometimes I'm laying down, I'm a lazy fuck, right? At times. You know, my work ethic is there, but I'm a lazy fuck at times. Now I got my tea, I got my biscuits. I'm going to grab my vape, and I'll be right back, because I want to really expound on this, because, you know, our lives are so intricate, and we have so many moving parts to our life. There's so many moving pieces going on at one time. Sometimes we can get caught up or bound up into something that we're not supposed to get caught up and bound up in. You know, this life can be fickle at times. You know, at times we don't choose the right thing that we're supposed to do with our life. Instead, we're pushed to do other things. Sometimes we're forced to do other things. It depends on who you are. My whole thing is know who you are and be who you are. Trust in who you are. And don't let outside influences impact who you are at the end of the day. Because your journey in this life is yours and yours alone, man. You know, I released a track called Faith. And I didn't want to get too religious on there or anything like that, but I did want it to be spiritual, and I did want to also give people my point of view on having faith. And in having faith, you know, I got a passage in like middle close to the end where I say keep popping your game and talking your shit and have faith in what you do and never trust no bitch. Have faith in everything that you do. And it's like, yeah, you're supposed to have faith you have to do. And I mean, you really can't have faith. When I say bitch, I'm not expounding on, you know, saying that a woman is a bitch in any way. It's like a man could be a bitch in your life if he's not, you know, at least, you know, trying to say, you know, go for what you know what I mean? Go for your dream or follow that vision. You know what I mean? That's some bitch ass shit to try to discourage somebody from following their dream. That's not what we supposed to do. If somebody want to do something with their life, you're supposed to encourage that and push that person to do that. So you got bitch ass people in your life. You got men that's bitch ass people in your life, and you got women that's bitch ass people in your life, right? Now, it's like, you understanding that you got to go for your goal, whether these people are for you or against you, right? But that don't mean there's no love lost. It just means that they don't believe. And my thing is not believing in a person or not perceiving what a person could do or what they could be if they put their mind to it or if they dreamed or if they tried to do this thing. You know what I mean? That's some bitch ass shit if you don't see that. You know what I mean? If a person could see it in themselves, the only upright, honorable thing to do, to me, is to support them in what they want to do with their life. You know what I mean? As long as they not doing nothing to offend anybody, as long as they not doing nothing to hurt anybody with their life, support that person in what they want to do with their life. You know what I mean? Just because it's not your vision or your goal. And you got to be careful, because a lot of times it'll be somebody that got the same vision and goal in mind, but not the same talent or work ethic as you. And they just don't want you to do it because they don't think they could do it. And if they don't see themselves doing it, they damn sure don't see you doing it. That's a fucked up point of view, right? Because it's like, damn, my man, just because you can't do it, don't hold me back from doing it. A person who had it connects could plug you in to everything that you want to do, right? But they just won't. Because they want you to either pay for it or they want you to suffer for it, or they want to put you through an initiation process, all types of shit people want to do. That's why I don't affiliate myself with any gangs and shit like that. You know what I mean? You can't affiliate yourself with gangs and stuff like that, because eventually, when they need a fall guy, that's going to be you when you somebody like me. Everybody needs a fall guy, right? So if I'm an outsider and I come into something, of course, I'm going to be the fucking fall guy, right? So that's why I don't get affiliated with anybody on any type of level. I'm a solo dolo type of nigga. That's just me. I always been that type of way. Nobody, nothing. That's how I rock. You know what I mean? And me saying that is saying that because, to be honest with you, everything I've accomplished and accumulated, I've always did it from the sweat of my brow. You know what I mean? From my work ethic, from my time, my effort, and my know-how and my abilities to get shit done. Anytime I ever tried to wait for somebody to do something great in my life, it never fucking happened. You know, and that's what we gotta realize. Anytime you waiting for something or somebody for something great to happen in your life and you're not putting any effort into it, it's not gonna get done. Period. Just like that. Period. It's just not gonna get done.